Shout out to Joel's. He told a story about the whole BMF thing. I heard Blue Da Vinci's side. I never heard your side. What happened with BMF that night?
So BMF, all right, so here's what happened. And I'm not telling this story to start trouble or nothing, because shout out to BMF, they're my niggas. And I seen Blue Da Vinci's, and if Blue, what's up? Shout out to Meech, J-Bo, all my niggas. I seen Blue Da Vinci's story, and he had it right. And you know what's so dope about people's stories is that different perspectives of the same story. So from his point of view, or Joel's point of view, or my point of view, or different people's point of view, everybody's in different places. So that doesn't mean nobody's lying about what they're saying. It's just different perspectives. But what happened is, just to be clear about it, is that basically, so we're in the club one night in Miami, Memorial Day weekend. I'm talking about Dipset. We're all in the club together. And yeah, so basically what happened was we in Miami talking about Dipset Memorial Day weekend, partying, and it was cool. It was a cool night. And I'll get through the story quick because it can be dragged out, but I'll get through it quick. I'm not going to use the word BMF because I don't know who BMF is. Like, that's what that's the part that I say Blue was confused about that. He was like, yeah, we BMF, they knew it. I didn't know who BMF was, so I'm going to say these niggas. We in a club partying, and these niggas are up above us, partying on the second level. But I'm underneath of the balcony, so I don't care. But liquor is falling down, hitting certain members of Dipset with the liquor. So they're looking up saying, yo, be careful with the liquor, watch what you're doing. So I come from underneath and I look up and I'm like, oh, them niggas ain't partying. It isn't like these niggas was sitting there pouring liquor on niggas saying, fuck out of here, we pouring liquor on you. These niggas was having fun, partying, have a good time, and liquor just happened to be spilling. So I'm like, I ain't paying no mind. I walk back underneath. Some of the Dipset stayed out there still getting wet. And I'm telling them, just walk literally 2 steps. If you walk 2 steps underneath the balcony, you would not be getting wet. But they got offended, I felt. And they went up there and got into some shit with these niggas. And some people got cut on the other side, not Dipset members. So that was that. The party ended, police came, all this, that, and the third. The next day, I got a party and a show in Club Mansion. And so I'm doing my show. It's cool. Fat Joe is on stage with us, everybody else, we just cooling. And I see these niggas with these shit to say Black Mafia. They holding up shirts. They holding up towels. They holding up all this other shit. But in my brain, I'm like, oh, these some fans. I'm not, because I don't know who BMF is. I wasn't in Atlanta. I wasn't in Detroit. I don't know who these niggas is. I'm not even making a correlation that these niggas is the same niggas from last night that was in the club. That wasn't even on my mind. I'm thinking niggas holding up their set, showing us love, whatever. So I do my show. After the show, we don't really stick around. We left out. See, this is where Blue Da Vinci said his story, and he's like, yeah, we went in the dressing room looking for them niggas, and they must have ran out because they knew what time it was, BMF. Nah, nigga, we just left. I just left after the show and went to the hotel because the hotel was walking distance. The Royal Palm is walking distance from Club Mansion. So we left out and we went to our hotel. So when we get to the hotel, we're all chilling outside the hotel. Anybody that know the Royal Palm, it's a long driveway, or it used to be a long driveway. And we're all kind of scattered out in the driveway. And I'm like, we just chilling, trying to get bitches, whatever. We just chilling outside after the show. We just had a show, we killed it. Bitches is all swarming, whatever, so we're chilling. So as we're chilling, I look at towards the end. I'm kind of towards near the hotel, but it's a long driveway. I'm looking down at the end of the driveway, and then I see like 5 niggas chilling, staring at us. So I'm like, I ain't paying it no mind. Then I see 10 niggas looking, staring at us. So I'm like, it was about 10 of us, about 12, 13 of us. I'm like, whatever. I look up again, it's 20 niggas that's just down there staring at us. I'm like, so now I tap my man. The nigga I'm with, my man don't give a fuck about nothing. He gonna fire on anything, my man that I'm with. But I'm like, yo, you see this? He said, yeah, I see it. Now it's 30 niggas. Now I'm like, hold the fuck on. What's going on? Like the real 30 niggas. So I'm just looking. So now I'm just on point with these niggas. Now it's about 40 niggas. And now, mind you, it looked like, and like, I'm just giving you an idea. In my brain, I'm like, it looked like they had chainsaws, bats, all type of shit, brass knuckles. They was mad deep. So I'm like, yo, bro, if they come this way, you know, it's up me. Like, yeah, you already know. Because I don't know what's going on. So these niggas just start rushing certain people in the crew and ran towards certain niggas in the crew, which I won't get into names or whatever. And they ran past me, and I'm like, and they gave me the look like, yeah, nigga, what's up? So now I'm like, I'm confused now. Mind you, I don't want you to just think niggas was running. The police was there, the police ran. That's how many niggas it was. The police ran. It was a nigga that was with me, one of my niggas. He rolled underneath a car. I didn't even know he was under a car till they left. The nigga rolled back from underneath a car, one of my niggas. Like, that's how deep niggas was. The cops took off, bro. So now...
Where was your natural reactions to your body just go like this, just off impulse? Like, you ain't think about just like...
Nah.
You ain't think about that?
You know, Mom, you know I was with the nigga, you know, Spanish nigga.
I understand. But it's natural to just be like, oh, hold up.
No, if they didn't run they didn't run towards me, they ran past me. Like I was on the, like if it's the middle, I was on the side. So they came, but they wasn't running towards me. They kind of ran past me to wherever. So yeah, I might have flinched if they was coming my direction, but I seen that they went this way and right past me. They didn't come towards me. So I'm like, all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're right. The natural action would be to flinch, but when I see they didn't come my way, I didn't move. It was like, whatever. So now...
the way it sounded like you was like, I'm here. Like,
oh, no. Oh, no. Like, you got to know the real palm to understand the real setup of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the royal palm and understand it. So they ran past me. They didn't run towards me. But I didn't know that when they were at the end of the street. I didn't know who they were coming for, but they ended up running past me.
So it was like the movie Get Out when the dude was running and he turned the corner like that. Like he's running towards you.
Nah, it wasn't.
It don't even look like he's running towards. I mean,
no, it wasn't like that. He was running towards him and turned. These niggas wasn't never running towards me. They ran past me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was. Anyway, make a long story short. So I found out that it was a crew called BMF and that they was deep in Atlanta, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, yo, well, what the fuck going on? And they was like, yo, nah, that was the niggas last night. Somebody got stabbed, this, that, and the third. I'm like, I didn't even know, put them two together that it was BMF from last night and who BMF was. So I had just got an apartment in Atlanta. I swear to God, me, Zeke, and Jewels, we set up in Ohio, we set up in Chicago. Atlanta was our next stop. So I called, my man called me from Atlanta. He was in Memorial Day weekend. He's like, yo, I know the nigga who run it. Let's sit down and have a talk so y'all can fix this shit. And I'm like, I ain't bet, say no more. Like, I don't even, it ain't no big deal. Before I could go to a meeting to meet up with them, my man Black Adon, shout out to Black Adon, that's my nigga. He goes crazy and goes back down there, and I won't get into details. It starts more shit with the BMF niggas to the point where now they don't want to meet with me because it seemed like niggas is out of control. They like, nah, your man came down here wild and we's gonna meet up with you and squash it, but fuck that. We don't want to squash shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go to my mansion. I had a mansion off the beach because I had the hotels, but I had a mansion off the beach. So I'm like, I'm going to mansions, I'll figure this all out. Now, like I said, that's the end of this story right here. But now, mind you, I was doing what I was doing in Ohio. Then I was doing in Chicago, and I just got a lease for an apartment in Atlanta, 6-bedroom, and I bought a brand new Range Rover, and I was about to go down there and set up me, Zeke, and Jewels. Now, prior to this Memorial Day weekend, we was in Atlanta for 2 months scouting it out. And we was going to clubs. I was bumping the T.I. before he kind of blew up, he was doing a mixtape and he had a big underground sound. I'm talking about before he became a superstar. And we was scouting it out. We like, yo, this shit is dope. Hey, it's Stick Up Kids. And they like, yeah, it's a little shit. But, the nigga who was running me around, he's like a promoter. And I'm like, yo, we been going out for 10 nights straight. It ain't been no problems. He said, bro, I told you it don't really be problems out here. Of course, every city's grimy shit, but you come there and mind your business and chill out. You ain't never gonna have no problems. You good. I'm like, yo, I can't believe it that Atlanta's this much fun. The bitches is here. The club don't close till 6. Yo, this shit is lit. So we got an apartment and we bought a Range Rover. So now back to the BMF story. So I called him after all this happened. I'm like, hey, yo, man, I'm about to come back down there next week, but I got into some shit with these BMF niggas and, here in Miami. But I heard they live in Atlanta or whatever. Everything cool, I come back, he was like, oh, nah. If you beefing with them, you need to fix it. I said, you told me shit was sweet down here and everything was cool. He said, yeah, they some cool niggas, but you don't want no problems with them niggas. I wouldn't come back until you fix that with them niggas. And I'm like, I ain't got time to be having sit-downs and meetings and all that shit. Make a long story short, I gave the apartment to my homegirl. I had an apartment that I never spent the night in and a Range Rover. I ended up driving it when it came back to New York, but I bought all that shit to set up down there and I didn't even get to utilize it. And then I look back at it and be like, yo, I'm kind of thankful that didn't go through. Not to beef for none of that shit, because if I would have ended up moving down there and they had them numbers that they had them numbers for, I would have probably just been getting out of jail yesterday if the prices was the prices that they said it was going for. So to me, it kind of all worked out. But yeah, that's what happened with BMF.